What's up, guys? My name is Sebastian Stratman. I hope you guys are having a great day and continue having one. Today, I'm going to try and list off about 10 modifications you can do to your 4Runner for 500 to 600 bucks. I was trying to get to just the 500, but doing 10 of them is a little bit harder. So I'm going to do 500 to 600 bucks. So the very first thing, I'm going to start off kind of hot, and this is especially if you're lifted. But the Dr. KDS track bar mount, I believe, is about 250 bucks. I'll post the price and everything up there. This did a lot for the truck once it was lifted. Every time I went over bumps, it felt like it was jolting me to one side or the other. Now that I have that adjusted, it feels super smooth. And even with the rough country lift that I have on it, it is already a very stiff lift. You really don't want to be jolted going 80 miles an hour. I'm in Layton, Utah, so there's always a ton of planes flying by, so I've got to wait to do this video. All right, now that the 6th plane has decided to fly by, the next thing I would do for 500 bucks is some maintenance. It's gonna sound cheesy, but you have a transmission, you have a 4x4, so you have essentially 3 differentials in this thing. These things need to be flushed. Get your coolant tested, get your brake fluid tested to make sure it's good. It's gonna cost more than 500 bucks if you need all that, but 4x4 service and a transmission service, you should be right around there. But I would really recommend doing that. I'll have the link in the description of the video, but interior lighting on these 4Runners absolutely suck from factory. So replacing these things with LED bulbs, don't mind the hair, I have a husky. Replacing these things with LED bulbs is super helpful, especially in the night. If you're camping or anything like that, they are gonna help. So I'm gonna throw that down there, and they're like, I think 40 bucks or something like that. Might even be cheaper. This next one is also in the interior. I did have a CarPlay module that cost me about 100 bucks, but it shit out after about 6 months. So I went with the Yakimu, I believe is how you say it, Bluetooth kit on Amazon. It has been working flawlessly. I really love it. It's about 60 bucks, so it seems like kind of a lot, but honestly, the sound quality, the way that I can actually turn my radio all the way up again is actually super nice. So if you like the orange lighting, which I actually do, a lot of people hate it, going with the Yakimo or Yakima Bluetooth kit is going to be super nice, and I'll have the link in the description. Unpaid, and just it's there for you. So next year, probably about the beginning of the year, I am going to be upgrading my struts to the Bilstein 6112s. However, I do have the Rough Country N3 struts and N3 shocks down there. These are not a puck lift. This is an actual strut lift from Rough Country. You can get it for about 550 bucks. It's 50 bucks over the 500, yes. But a 3-inch lift for 500 bucks is pretty solid. I've had it on this truck for about 1.5 years, and I have done some work to this thing. I've put it through quite a bit, and only one strut is leaking. This passenger strut. However, my ball joint has been going out, so there's a good chance that between the ball joint and the axle going out, it may have took out the strut too. So I don't blame Rough Country for that. They do have a lifetime warranty if you buy through their site too, so I don't know exactly how it works. I don't worry to use the lifetime warranty since I'm planning on replacing them with better stuff next year. But to get you started and get you wheeling, it is a really, really good option for 550 bucks. You might call me crazy, but bump stops, I have one right there. I have one right there, and I have the GX460 bump stops in the back right there. The whole kit cost me about 200 bucks. I did buy both things on Amazon. Surprisingly enough, they both fit. I'll have the links, but I think all in all, it was less than 100 bucks for all of it. And honestly, it's been super nice being lifted and having those bump stops, something to hit that's not so high, because before it felt like I was bottoming out over any decently large bump. Now, even if I go over a good rock or anything like that, it levels out A, pretty fast, and B, doesn't feel like I'm just jarred. Again, for 550 bucks, this is $50 more than the 500, however, it's relative. The Agon Ironworks steel roof rack is a solid purchase. I actually just got this. I reviewed it in my last video if you want to go check that out. But for 550 bucks, you're getting this entire roof rack. Obviously, that's not including shipping, but shipping isn't very much. The only thing you're not getting is the rear crossbar, which I also did get. I should be receiving it next week. They're a super good company. This kit is solid. There is some downsides to steel versus aluminum. It's a little bit heavier, it rusts a little bit quicker, but if you're okay with the maintenance, which I am, it is a great option, and I would highly recommend it. I also have a 10% off link for anything at Agon's website in the description below. I don't get paid or anything like that, but they might throw me a mole panel or something like that if I get enough sales. So if you guys want to help me out, help them out, there's 10%. I absolutely love these sequential taillights, and I actually got them on eBay. You'll find them all over the place for 600 bucks, $1,000 whatever the case is. I got these for 200 off of eBay, and it's been great. I've had them on the truck since I bought it. I literally bought them before I got the 4Runner, and they were 250 bucks, and they're still 250 bucks on eBay, and they've been great. They do have a nice sequential ordeal going on there whenever you hit your turn signal or your hazards. It looks pretty dope. I really like them, so if you're looking for just a small little upgrade, this is honestly a really great option. Next up, this is super small, and it's honestly less than 20 bucks, but this little USB add-on has been awesome. I bought it for like 16 bucks off eBay. I'll have the link there for you. It's been great. I actually haven't had any issues with having to rewire it. As long as you wire it right, I imagine it's going to last a long time. And even if I do have to replace it, it's a whole whopping $20. Not a big deal. And I can charge my phone and my wife's phone without having to use the lighter port, which is super nice. So there is 10 really good modifications you can do for your 4th gen 4Runner, or really any 4Runner, I think, for 500 bucks. If you guys like this video and want to see more content from me, I am going to try and post once a week. Sometimes that gets a little bit harder, but I have a lot of stuff coming for this 4Runner, a lot of videos, a lot of video ideas. So if you have any, hit me up. I'm more than happy to make a video for you. My channel was very much based around my Infiniti Q60, and since selling it, my videos have definitely gone down in views and such like that. So I'm having to rebuild everything for the 4Runner community. So this is the type of videos I'm going to be making: off-roading videos, camping videos, stuff with the 4Runner, modification videos, whatever the case it is. So if that's stuff you like, please like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. I do have like 1.9 thousand followers, but maybe 1.8 of those aren't active. So anything helps. I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you watched it all the way through, thank you very much. Hope you have a great day, and we'll continue having one.